everybody, welcome to One Drink, a podcast where we talk about one topic for one drink. I'm Matthew, and we are continuing the 80s series, and since it's Christmas time, I'm going to do the top 5 Christmas movies of the 80s. Now, this isn't the top 5 Christmas movies of all time, because there are so many, but a lot of them did come from the 80s, I'm just saying. But since this is the 80s show, I'm just going to do the top 5 80s Christmas movies. But first, I scrolled across the picture, and back in the 80s, canned goods were huge. But did you have one of these? Yes, a can opener, a mechanic can opener. Man, was this a game changer. I remember seeing these at my mom's. I saw it at my grandma's, friend's house, everywhere. This thing was, and I don't even know, I think they still make them, but just in more of a modern way. But yeah, you'd stick the can under and zzz. So it beat using the handheld can opener, which I still have one of those. And I actually have not this particular can opener, but I have a modern can opener that is pretty old, and I do need a new one. So let's get into these top 5 Christmas movies. Now, these are just mine, and I don't know, this is a good one. They're not your typical Christmas movies, or are they? You know, let's find out. Number 5, Christmas Story, 1983. I mean, I had to put this in here. I do like the movie. Although this timeless story takes place in the 1940s, it saw a release in 1983 that was seen as a big hit at the time. It did go to become one of the earliest examples of the word-of-mouth hit, and today is an absolute classic, with some TV channels running a 24-hour marathon on Christmas Day. You'll shoot your eye out, kid, has entered the American lexicon. So, yes, he got a rifle, and yes, you're gonna shoot your eye out. And yes, they do on Christmas on one of the channels. I don't know which one specifically. They play it 24 hours a day. So, no matter what, while you're flipping through the channels, you're going to see this movie, and you're probably going to end up watching it. And if you don't watch it while you're flipping, you're going to end up watching it because it's on 24 hours. So when you miss one segment, it's going to be another segment. And when you miss that segment, it's going to be another segment, and you're going to put it all together and see the whole movie. So Christmas Story, number 5. Number 4, still a great movie, and yes, I consider it a Christmas movie, Trading Places, 1983. Whew, this was a good one. I don't know. It was a great movie. Eddie Murphy, how could you go wrong? Dan Aykroyd. I mean, what? You get Valentine, Eddie Murphy, and Winthorpe, Dan Aykroyd, 2 men who are set up for a sociological experiment by the Dukes brothers. Wealthy brokers that want to see what might happen if they switch lifestyles of the 2 men of their own interest. While Winthorpe is framed for burglary to put on a fast track to the bottom, common con man Valentine is given a free pass to move on into Winthorpe's life, home, and job. When it's observed that the pressure drives Winthorpe an act of rather impulse and even dangerous manner, while showing the Valentine can become trusted and reliable employee of the 2 men, find out that the scheme has decided to flip the tables on the brothers, and shortly after New Year's. So this is just it's a great movie. Eddie Murphy is a con man. Winthorpe's rich. These brothers, set Winthorpe up. Eddie Murphy takes over. He becomes, trusted, and he does Winthorpe's job just as good as he does. And then Winthorpe ends up, becoming a bum or a con man, and it's just cool to see how the roles reversed. And it takes place in Christmas, so to me, great Christmas movie. Number 3, Gremlins. what can I say about this? Gremlins is a great movie. And yes, it is a Christmas movie. First of its kind with, the toy gremlin. It was good. Not a Christmas movie, you say? Of course it is. It's all about Christmas gift that keeps giving. And its heart, and it warms against greed and unchecked consumption. It remains one of the most iconic films of all time. And don't even pretend you don't know that. You don't know the 3 things you should never do to a mogwai. Yes, there are 3 things you should not do to a mogwai. I'm not going to spoil it because the people who have not seen it, I want you to see it. And then you can tell me what the 3 things are. Or did I just forget what the 3 things are? We'll never know. But Gremlins is definitely a great Christmas movie. You got to see it. And then I'm sure you even in the 80s, that toy alone was huge. I think I got one, a gremlin, but the bad gremlins, I forgot what they were called. Were they just bad gremlins? They were cool. Some of those characters, oh man. That's another reason I liked it, because the green gremlins are the bad ones. They all had characters and it was pretty cool. So definitely a good movie. Number 2, Die Hard. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I've had some people tell me it's not. I've had people like me and other people that agree that it is a Christmas movie. And it's a great Christmas movie. So Die Hard is just, gotta see it. Bruce Willis. Whew-wee. Another not your typical Christmas movie, this Bruce Willis, Alan Rickman blockbuster smash remains mentioned among the best action movies ever made. See, not only is it a Christmas movie, but it's one of the best action movies ever made. Take it for what it's worth. On Christmas Eve, the fictional Nakatomi building is taken over by Rickman's iconic Hans Gruber and his brand of terrorists, with Willis John McClane the only hope for the good guys. So the most iconic quote from this movie is "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker." Yep, that's right. When you hear that, you already know. You're like, oh damn, Die Hard, great movie. Oh wait, great Christmas movie. Just saying. Must see, must watch. 1988 that came out. I think I even went to the theaters and seen that. Or maybe not. I think I might have been too young. Not sure. Number 1 for me and for most people, I mean, it's still just a great Christmas movie all around. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, 1989. So, Chevy Chase, I mean, this movie, it's still funny. There are still so many things about this movie that when you watch it, no matter what age, I think you'll find funny. And maybe some things relatable. You know, it is a family trip. So there is no other Christmas movie like the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. By far the most laughed out loud Christmas comedy of all, or any decade. Clark Griswold, and that name alone, Griswold, it's just a fantastic name. Griswold. I love it. Clark Griswold and family have been on 2 other big screen adventures prior. First, the Wally World Vacation, and then Around the World on the European Vacation. So there was 2 before. You know how they wanted to go to Wally World. If you keep up with it, you'll know what it is. Little did we know that the Griswolds would find even more craziness in the comfort of their own home. It's quotable, unforgettable, and still best bet for laughs this or any holiday season. Hey Clark, the shitter's full, is one of the quotes in that movie. And another great scene from that is a lot of people like to put up Christmas lights. They like to decorate their house. You know, they want to be in the Christmas spirit. I have a neighbor that gets into the Christmas spirit, not like the Griswolds, But the Griswolds went above and beyond, and they had so many lights. And I'm sure some of you know about someone or a neighbor that does this, the Griswold style. But here in Rochester, there are now many houses that purposely are decorating their houses for Christmas, but they do it in such a fantastic way. It's phenomenal. The lights go to the music. There's screens. There's cars lined up down the road to see some of these houses that are going on in Rochester. And they're just in normal, regular neighborhoods. And when I go by these and I see them, I want to do this, but I don't, because you know how much work that is. I mean, that is so much work, and it's just ridiculous. But the Griswolds, they lit the neighborhood up. Great movie, must watch. Number 1 Christmas movie in the 80s. So I got number 5, Christmas Story, 1983. I'm sure you've seen it. If not, you will see it. Number 4, Trading Places, 1983. Funny movie. Gremlins, 1984. Gotta watch it. See what it's all about. Die Hard, 1988. Number 2, and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, 1989. So that is my top 5 movies for the 1980s. Let me know what your favorite movie is. And you can catch us on all major platforms. You can watch us on YouTube. You can listen to us on all major platforms. iHeart, Spotify, you name it, we're there. Type in One Drink Podcast, and there we are, our beautiful voices. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Have a good New Year. Don't forget to check out our other main show. We have Funny Christmas Stories. Oliver and I got a bunch of stories that we just like to tell at this time. And until next year, I will be continuing on the 1980 series. And if you want to be a guest, if you come on the show, if you have any ideas, let me know. So until next year, see ya.